Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for July 17th. July 17th is the 198th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 199th in leap years, with 167 days remaining to the end of the year. We're back to a horse word today, Cavalier. As a noun, Cavalier means a soldier or horseman, or a gallant man escorting a woman, or a supporter of Charles I of England in his conflict with Parliament. Interestingly, as an adjective, it has a different meaning. As an adjective, Cavalier means arrogant, disdainful, nonchalant, carefree, or offhand about some important matter, or pertaining to a group of English poets associated with the court of Charles I. Cavalier's all over the map there, isn't it? Cavalier even has a meaning as a verb. Cavalier as a verb means to play the cavalier or act in haughty manner. This comes to us from Middle French, Old Italian before that, and ultimately and originally from Italian, an Italian word that means horse. I wrote it down, but I'm not about to try to pronounce it. Alrighty then, we're going to start in the year 180 when 12 individuals were executed in what is present-day Tunisia, North Africa, for being Christians. This is reported to be the earliest record of Christianity in that part of the world. The Fourth Crusade captured Constantinople on July 17, 1203. This is the birthday of English theologian and hymn writer Isaac Watts, born July 17, 1674. He wrote Joy to the World, which was the most published Christmas hymn in North America in the late 20th century. He also wrote, O God, our help in ages past. You hear it in my mind right now. When I survey the wondrous cross, I remember singing that at church camp. And alas, and did my Savior bleed? More besides that. Isaac Watts lived to the age of 74. This is the birthday of John Jacob Astor, born July 17, 1763. Now, we've mentioned him before in this day in history for one reason or another. He started out in the fur trade business and then invested in real estate in and around New York City. As a result, he became the first multimillionaire in the United States. And if his name rings a bell, maybe you're thinking of the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City. His descendants built that. John Jacob Astor lived to the age of 84. On July 17, 1899, NEC Corporation was organized as the first Japanese joint venture with foreign capital. Now, what in the world is NEC? Well, it was originally known as the Nippon Electric Company Limited before rebranding in 1983 as NEC. The company was organized on the same day as Western Electric Company. How many of y'all remember Western Electric? They made telephone equipment for years, and that's what NEC was about, the production, sales, and maintenance of telephones and switches. Now NEC provides IT and network solutions, cloud computing, AI, which means, of course, artificial intelligence, IoT platform, which has to do with the Internet of Things, and 5G network. Oh my goodness. The universe was having a good day on July 17th of 1902. That's when Willis Carrier created the first air conditioner in Buffalo, New York. And I'm sure glad he did. You get these 100+ days in the summer, and I don't know what we'd do without it, really. I mean, I think our predecessors got along okay somehow without air conditioning, but maybe we've become soft. Anyway, sometimes I think of our forebears arriving in these parts in the 17 and 1800s, settling in this Texas heat from Europe, so many of them. I'm really grateful for air conditioning. On July 17th, 1938, pilot Douglas Way Corrigan took off on a flight from New York to California, but ended up flying overseas to Ireland due to what he claimed was a navigational error. Navigational error, indeed. How in the world do you fly east over water when you're supposed to be flying west over land? I think it was a trick. He did get it exactly backwards, wrong way, Corrigan. I think he did it on purpose. I think the story on that was that he wanted to fly to Ireland and he couldn't get permission. And so he said, okay, I'll go to California instead. And then he just went his way. I think that's what happened. Mycologist and author Paul Stamets, born July 17th, 1955. He's a pretty interesting guy. You can learn about mushrooms. He's got a YouTube channel. He can probably get fairly technical, but I enjoy watching him and listening to him talk about mushrooms. Mycologist, fun guy. Disneyland was dedicated and opened by Walt Disney in Anaheim, California on July 17, 1955. The original dedication reads as follows. To all to come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world. Walter E. Disney, July 17, 1955. That gave me goosebumps. How about you? Well, opening day at Disneyland was a bit of a mess. So many things went awry in a pretty spectacular fashion, but they learned from the issues, adapted, and moved forward. Or, as we like to say in my household, if it doesn't work out right the first time, back up and run over it again. I'm happy to report that the Disney enterprises have enjoyed a great deal of success, proving that Walt Disney was absolutely correct in thinking that it would be nice to have a place where children and their parents could enjoy the place together. I would like to go back and visit again. Today's song is Tossin and Turnin by Bobby Lewis, number 1, July 17th, 1961. This song was written by Richie Adams and Malou Renee. Bobby Lewis recorded it in 1960 and it was released in December of that year. It hit that golden number 1 spot in July of 1961 and was number 1 for 7 weeks. That success netted the song the number 1 single for 1961, and it's often featured in oldies compilations. I've included a link to this song in the description, and you can also hear it in the 1978 movie Animal House. Tossin and Turnin by Bobby Lewis, number 1, July 17th, 1961. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include the link to my blog page. That is called, no really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.